In the spring of 2024, on a beautiful sunny afternoon, a friend sent me a video saying he had brought back an old vintage car and asked if I wanted it. The moment I saw the video, I could tell from the shape that it was a classic car from the 1940s. After digging through tons of information, I found out it was a 1946 Plymouth P15. After going back and forth with my friend many times, I finally bought it for 13,500 yuan and spent another 8,500 yuan on shipping to bring it safely home. To my surprise, when I opened the hood, I discovered that one part of the engine was actually made of wood. I felt like the luckiest person in the world, always stumbling upon rare treasures, the kind you fall into and can't climb out of. 3 years flew by in the blink of an eye. During those years, I honed my restoration skills and finally made some progress. Now I want to make up for the regrets I had back then. It's time to restore this car. I hope this restoration will help me unblock my energy channels, boost my skills, and finally master my dragon-subduing palm technique. The body panels of the car are still in decent shape, no severe rust or major damage. However, the interior and exterior trims have suffered badly from the passage of time and must be completely removed. When it comes to restoring classic cars, the hardest part is disassembly. Many of the bolts and screws are heavily rusted or completely seized, making it impossible to remove them. Sometimes I have no choice but to use my ultimate move, cut them off. My ultimate super move really works wonders. In just a short while, I had everything taken apart. Let's pick up the pace and keep dismantling. We removed the front and rear bumpers, along with all the exterior panels. At the same time, we took out the interior components, the seats, door panels, everything. Then we cleaned out all the decades-old dust and grime inside. Next, we pushed the car onto the lift, getting ready to separate the body from the chassis. Most of the bolts connecting the frame and the body were completely rusted and seized up. When the soft approach didn't work, we had to go hard. We cut them off. Finally, the bolts were all removed, and the car body and chassis were successfully separated. After 3 or 4 days of relentless effort, we finally managed to separate the car body from the chassis. Next, it was time to remove and overhaul the engine. 3 years ago, I spent a little over 10,000 yuan to buy this 1946 Shanghai Big Boss style classic car. I honestly thought I had found an incredible deal, a true hidden gem. Getting a 1946 vintage car for just over 10,000 yuan felt like winning the lottery. Well, it turns out I really did win something, just not in the way I hoped. When I opened up the engine, I discovered the pistons were made of wood with steel rods attached. Now that the engine's been disassembled, just look at those wooden pistons. We've taken off the cylinder head, and I truly hope the heavens will favor me, that at least the connecting rods and bearings are still intact. But reality hit me hard, like a slap in the face, pulling me back to earth. At this point, there's no turning back. I can only press forward bravely. Those wooden pistons. Let's take a look at my so-called grand prize. Oh, I really don't want to face this reality. Look at the first cylinder. Not too bad, still barely usable. Now the second cylinder. Let me give you a close-up. See this spot on the surface? there's a big dent right there. The third cylinder is slightly better, but still full of small pits. Not good either. And the fourth cylinder, completely ruined. Look, there's a huge scratch and another deep crater. Oh my God, it's basically a total disaster. I'm speechless. I checked online, and a complete engine rebuild kit for this car, including shipping, costs about 13,490 yuan. My goodness, if my wife finds out how expensive restoring this old car is, she'll probably kill me. Even though the parts are ridiculously pricey, without them, there's no way to bring this car back to life. So I gritted my teeth, risked my life, and bought all the parts anyway. I just hope my wife never sees this video. And even more, I hope all this effort is worth it. I'm determined to restore this 1946 classic and bring its engine back to life. While waiting for the new parts to arrive, I removed all the old steel sleeves and replaced them with new ones. The water plugs on the engine block were badly corroded, so I replaced all of those too. Man, the inside was filthy, full of rust sludge, metal debris, and all sorts of grime. I cleaned it all out thoroughly with a pressure washer until every bit of dirt was gone. Finally, the engine block is done. Let's pick up the pace and keep going. A new car deserves a fresh look, so we gave the engine block a new coat of anti-rust paint, a brand new outfit, so to speak. All the engine components were thoroughly cleaned and serviced. After more than a month of waiting, the parts finally arrived. Brand new connecting rods wrapped in oiled paper, piston pins, spacer rings, bearings, and 6 brand new pistons. At this point, all the engine components have been fully cleaned and maintained, and the new parts are ready to go. Let's turn up the music and get back to work. Time to give it everything we've got. The engine is finally assembled. Now let's get ready to start her up. Ha ha ha! Here we go again. Let's fire it up. The engine is now running smoothly. We've also completely disassembled the chassis and frame, grinding away every bit of rust and replacing all the worn-out parts. The shock absorbers were completely shot, and for such an old car, many components were simply beyond saving, so we had to take everything apart. Anything that could be restored, we fixed carefully. And for the parts that couldn't be saved, we had to custom make replacements. When it comes to restoring classic cars, parts are important, but patience and attention to detail are absolutely essential. Many of the bolts were rusted solid, so we had to remove them slowly and carefully, one by one. A single careless move could easily break something. So here's a piece of advice for anyone who loves vintage cars. Don't be like me. Don't buy an old car just because it seems like a bargain. Because before you know it, you'll end up just like me, winning a very special kind of grand prize. Now the main frame and cross beams have been fully polished, and the small parts are off for sandblasting. Every bit of money spent was worth it. Everything looks incredibly clean now. All the chassis components have been freshly painted, so let's speed things up and start reassembling.
Every day I'm full of energy, like I've been injected with adrenaline. I just can't wait to finish restoring this 1946 classic car and bring it back to life. After 3 or 4 days of non-stop work, we finally completed the chassis. Next, it's time to refurbish the engine and body shell. Both the chassis and the body were covered in rust, so we had to grind it all down carefully, layer by layer. Then, we applied epoxy primer, followed by a coat of chassis armor. Perfect protection. After that, we rejoined the body with the frame, smoothed out the surface, and repainted the body panels. All the rusty spots were fully polished clean, then coated again with epoxy primer. The car's original color was a deep navy blue, so we decided to restore it to its authentic look, the way it left the factory back in 1946. Only then can it truly recapture the spirit and elegance of its glory days.
This car has been under restoration for more than 2 months now, and I'm really eager to get it fully assembled and running again as soon as possible. So it's time to pick up the pace. Full speed ahead, 280 miles per hour. Let's get to work and finish this beast.
Originally, I planned to spend half a year restoring this car, but I just couldn't resist. I was getting too many messages asking about the progress. So in the end, I pushed myself and managed to get it to this stage in just 2 months. Your support is my biggest motivation. It keeps me energized and excited every single day. All the tires have been replaced with brand new ones. For a classic like this, we had to go with vintage-style tread patterns to keep that authentic retro vibe. They were a bit pricey, but the moment they were mounted, I felt totally worth it. These tires look absolutely stunning. All the chrome parts on the exterior have been replated, and once the bumpers were installed, wow, that feeling was incredible. For the interior, I chose original-style fabrics for the seats and the headliner to preserve the car's true vintage character. Only by restoring it this way can we truly bring back its original charm.
Once this seat is installed, we're done. After more than 2 months of non-stop work, day and night, I finally completed the restoration of this 1946 vintage car. Here's what it looked like when it first arrived, completely beaten up and falling apart. But after over 2 months of effort, I brought this wrecked old car back to its current beautiful condition. The car's original color was blue, so I restored it to its authentic factory look, and the interior was also carefully rebuilt to maintain its original vintage style. When I first got it, the engine was nothing but a rusty chunk of metal, and one of the pistons was even made of wood. But after my relentless work and dedication, I finally brought it back to life, and now it's running beautifully once again. laugh says it all. The joy of seeing months of hard work finally pay off. Your 1946 classic has truly been reborn. This video was really long. If you've made it all the way to the end, you must truly love watching me restore classic cars. Drop an 8 in the comments to show your support. Thank you so much. We'll continue the work tomorrow, so stay tuned.